So thank you for watching this video, and I will see you sooner, and I will see you pretty soon in the next one. Okay, ça m'énerve. I've just published the video about the wall here, so I need to think about what to do next. I have a lot of cleanup to do. There is the floor to be taken care of, there is the electricity, a lot of ventilation, lighting. Also there is a bench I did with the bricks. I probably need to revisit. Whitewash on stones I need to do around the cellar. Some things to do in the secondary cellar also because it's in a bad state now. Messy at the moment. So this atrocity, the worst thing I ever built, I have a plan to have something still temporary but a bit better than this. Yeah, there is a lot of dust on the floor everywhere, especially around the cement mixer. I don't expect to use it much now, so maybe I should clean it. You can see the splashes it's made. This is still in the state I left it after working on the new plenum. And let's look at the secondary cellar. I have a lot of things to throw out also. This whole thing. And yeah, a lot of mold on the stones now, and of course it's summer now, so the wall is slick with water because of the humidity from outside, and I don't know which temperature it is, this wall particularly, but it seems to be way colder than other parts of the cellar. Yeah, but even in the mortar, it wasn't cleaned up very well here. Also, I noticed those spatters. So yeah, we definitely have some water around the stones. So I don't know if this is water from the outside condensing on those stones particularly. If it's moisture coming from the ground. I will need to redo my whitewash. But I think I will start by cleaning up around here. So this is my new temporary workbench made with a door. So it's a hollow core door and not in the best shape, but it's okay. It's meant to be temporary. It's way better than before. For now, I've put it in the middle of the room because I will be working on this probably. I kept it light so I can move it easily. So yesterday I was cleaning here, dismantling the scaffolding, and I ended up pushing one of those onto my hose. and it broke my makeshift connections. The idea with that is that there is a sump pump in here and it's pumping the water into the sanitation pipe. And I have a 40mm hose and a one-way valve so I don't get sewer into my my bucket. We have a screw cap in here. It's meant to visit the pipe if there is an issue, a blockage. So I am using the fact that I can replace this part. It's not too destructive. Let's do that now. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay. This is pretty good. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I think this is a good idea. It will really help hold it together. Question now is, should I put some epoxy on it also, just to be extra sure? So I will wait for this to dry and put some epoxy on it. Yeah, so I coated everything in this connection. It's more for assurances than anything else. I think this is very solid, this now. So this is the final piece. I've glued this morning. I've made a groove in here, so hopefully it seals a bit better. This was the last one. So yeah, on this one I did the groove before gluing it, which was a better idea, but I forgot. So let's install this up there. Okay, so I will screw this on the end of the big pipe. And since this is rotating, I need to have something to unplug and plug it. So that's the role of this length of hose, is to be able to disconnect it. Right, so it went pretty good, considering also this isn't something I needed to do, but it's my own damn fault. This hose is it's a nightmare. I don't know why, but it's sticking to everything. It's gross. And I think I was just in time because someone is using the water. So of course in time I want to replace this contraption with something with hard pipes. But it's like, yeah, I'm not comfortable drilling into the main sanitation pipe. I'm afraid I will have some poop all over the cellar one day. And this is great because it's undoable. It's working very well for what it is. And I apologize to all the plumbers out there that are very uncomfortable right now. So let's see if this still works. If I don't have any leaks. I know, I need to replug the sump pump because I had disconnected it, of course, which was a good idea. Sorry, it went as soon as I plugged it, but yeah, appears to be okay. Pretty good. So I just removed all of my stuff from the bench and I haven't looked at it closely yet. So let's see how it fared. It seems alright at first glance. I will clean the alcove in here, I will clean the bench. Then I'll see if I'll keep it that way or if I decide to do something about it. I don't know if this is very visible. Here we have some delamination. There are a couple of places where this has happened. So it's not the end of the world. Today we'll work on the dust in the cellar. Having a thought about it, I work at the back end of the cellar. Since it was the first thing I did in the cellar, it seems to me that there is the most dust on these older parts. Let's clean the stairs. I will need to remove everything, put it on the side, and then I'll start to work on the walls and removing the dust. I'm afraid it won't be very satisfying visually. So let's see if a time-lapse managed to capture something interesting. I've been doing that for 4 hours. It's pretty easy, but also takes some time. Yeah, so there is that. So that was a repair I did. I don't know, I did something wrong in the mix because it went really crumbling. I wanted to make a mix to try and match the stone texture. So I ground up some stone and used lime, and I don't know what I did. And before that I drilled some support with some wire in between them, try and make some kind of low scale rebar. I'm a bit disappointed with the state of the stones. They're quite humid, which is a bummer. And in fact the whitewash, which is also at least 1 year old, maybe more, it's still wet. I used aerial lime for that. Aerial lime can stay uncured in water for forever. I really need to think about my whitewash mixed and see if I can add some things to quicken the setting of it. The space often kept things in here, so maybe it's been a bit deprived of air. Today I'm gonna clean this room, the engine room. Which is quite dusty also. I have the same issue with this wall being humid because it's a street behind. I mean, we are below the street. Yeah. So this is the whitewash I've made ages ago. Yeah, as you can see, some of it is still wet. Here it's okay. It's only on this corner here where we have the moist wall. But yeah, a bit of cleaning. I won't be filming it because already a bit of a pain. I'll try to clean also inside of the fan. Yeah, because I have a lot of dust inside of the fan and I think it's not maybe performing at its best. And I think it's the same for my dehumidifier. Because lately I've been noticing that it's making a bit more noise than it used to do. Oh yeah, so before. Okay, so I finished cleaning the engine room. Let me adjust the fan. Not a lot to see. I spent 2.5 hours, maybe 3. Really cleaned up the motor inside. I should have put a filter in this. It's really stupid. I bought it without filters. I put it here, didn't bother to check too often, and when I saw there was dust, I was okay, it's gonna be worse anyway, so half assing. This is half assing. I'm trying to do thing full not ass. I'm trying not to half ass anymore. Yeah, so I brushed around everything. I cleaned the pipes. It's cleaner. Not a lot to say. This is not great either. Yeah, every electrical thing needs to be worked, and also I will redo this part, this inlet, with hard pipe, but I don't have a lot of room to play. I guess I could put that closer. Yeah, maybe I will need to do that. New day in the cellar, it will be a shorter one. I will just clean this wall for today. Let's see how it goes. I bought myself something like that, a brush from the vacuum, so I hope I can be quicker with this, especially on top of the ladder. So I finished working on this wall. This is a game changer. I'm fearful that it will hit the bristle rather quickly. Alright, so today I've some varnish especially made for bricks. It's not the same as the last one, so hopefully it will be okay. I will try on the areas that are a bit delaminating. Also, I'm monitoring my situation here, so I have my new and improved hygrometer. So that's where we at, which I trust this one. And I've been running my dehumidifier a bit more continuously. And I've been really reducing the values in here. I didn't before because I didn't know if this was trustworthy or not, those values. So now that I have this sensor, it gives me a better idea of what I should aim for here. Also, I have really reduced the venting in the cellar, just trying to have some fixed values while this is running continuously. So for the last 24 hours, we have almost 300, which is a bit high, but still okay. So that's good. That means I don't need to vent a lot to get rid of the radon. Let's do that. Let's first do that so it won't take long. And after that, I think I'll try to redo the steps. Also in the poop cellar, I'm trying this UV lamp. It's supposed to kill bacteria and stuff like that. And it also emits ozone. It gives a slight thunderstorm smell. But I'm trying to run it a bit and see what it does to this area. And maybe it will surprise me. Okay, so let's tackle the missing step. So I've already prepared my form. Nothing to... yeah, it's a bit hacky. I have put this bar in here. I should have maybe nicked it with the angle grinder to get a bit more grip to the cement, but it should provide some support. I don't know what the result will be. Was winging it a bit. Yeah, this is a mess. Everywhere is a mess. Yeah, I have those big stones here, which is so great. What I would like to do is put them in the crawl space, but some of them are pretty heavy. I was keeping them because some of them are really interesting. This is like the head of a pillar of some sort. So I move the little ones. Those three are way too heavy for me to bring them into the crawl space alone. It's a bit later that day I got rid of the wheelbarrow. A friend needed it, so that was great, and he helped me with the last stone, so I'll be able to work in here now. And as I feared, my mix isn't... yeah, no, this is worthless. So better to get rid of it now than to let it harden a bit more. So I didn't realize my mortar was pre-mixed, so I put like 1/10 of the binder it needed. So of course it's not holding. Let's call that a test run and not a mistake. So I will remove that and make it ready for a correct pour tomorrow. What a shame. A new day in the cellar. We are still in our heatwave. Yeah, so let's go again. I have a good mix of mortar this time, and we'll do this form, and if I have mortar left and time, I'll do this one. I should have prepared this one also, but I'm lazy. This one isn't as critical. It's really this one that is a bit trippy when you're going up and down the stairs. Huh? What do you think? Pretty bad? So this one I'm a bit miffed with. Maybe I'll do another just to arrive at the same level as the step. This one went okay. We'll see when I remove the mold if I have some gaps in the bottom. Yeah, what I did here and here, I'm sure you've seen, it's quite interesting, let's say. I've tried to dye it a bit, so hopefully it won't be as white as this one. This is holding quite well. No issues yet. It's been like 48 hours, so I'm pretty happy about that. And I will yeah, wait for the cleaning to be done, and I will redo an entire coat on those bricks. I'll clean a bit more in here. I was thinking that the moisture I see in here and in the concrete slab was coming from the ground, but seeing the bricks in here being pretty dry. So I had the stones in here. I'm thinking that maybe the stone prevented the warm air to condensate on those one. I don't know, I spent an hour and a half cleaning. Again, not very difficult, but not very fun. There are some really nasty mold, so I'm using a wet and dry filter, good quality one. And I think I found my answer. When looking at the side here, we can see it's pretty dry, so the moisture on top is condensation, as well as it is on the wall. Of course, the ground is colder than the walls, especially this one, for example, so it makes sense. In winter, I have issue with water coming from the top, which is another matter entirely. And in summer, I have issue with water condensing in here. So I've put my sensor just to see. And I still have the walls in here. I just work on the floor for a change of pace. And so I'm questioning the order of operation here, because whatever I want to do with the wall, be it whitewash or something more chemical product for those kind of issues, I probably need to have my dehumidifier in here before that. So for me, the solution are one dehumidifier somewhere in here and one dehumidifier somewhere in the cellar, in the middle. And maybe I need to really pull the trigger on the dehumidifiers, install them, plumb them, have my sump pump working. Do I need to have my electricity figured out before that? So many questions. Yeah, another hour of cleaning this part, and I'm pretty happy about it. It's not sanitized in any way, but I've vacuumed the most grossest bits. It's all the same thing. It's those little ball of yellowish paste. I think it's growing inside the drops of water accumulating on the sides of the rocks. But yeah, it's less gross anyway. We know that lime is antiseptic, and it's a real case study in here, because all of the grosser stuff was on the stones and not on the lime. And interestingly, this is the wall I redid completely, so like almost a meter inside. It had fallen apart, so I redid all of that part, and there is not a lot of mold on it. There is dust, there is a bit of slick grime, but no, not mold. So I'm pretty confident that a lime coating or a strong whitewash could do the trick in here. So it's probably the end of this video. It's running quite long. It's been a week working in the cellar post rejointing, and I've made some progress. I've worked on all kinds of projects, as you've seen. So thank you for having watched this video, and I'll see you in the next one.